Hello students, welcome to today's session. I am Ramchandra Karde. Today we will start with our subject, that is Advanced Embedded Systems. Okay, so let's start study embedded system. First of all, we will go through the definition of embedded system. As the word embedded suggests, the word embedded means which is imbibed one on the other. Okay, so embedded system is a computer hardware with software embedded itself. Okay, like we see our computer, it requires external memory for the different memory storage and different data storage, but in embedded system there is one inbuilt ROM, that is read only memory. It does not requires the use of any secondary memory. Okay, like we see this is Atmel hardware. It has one software program of means where that program is embedded in the memory itself. Okay, we don't require external memory storage for keeping the program. Now we will see some other definitions of embedded systems. So according to one definition, embedded system is a microprocessor based system that does not look like a computer. Okay, it is a MIPI based system, but it doesn't seems like a computer, or it's a combination of computer hardware, software, and perhaps additional mechanical parts designed to perform a designated functions. See, each and every embedded system like smartwatch, then different smart devices, all these are embedded systems. Okay, now they may be enclosed with some mechanical functions to perform some dedicated work or anything else. Okay, in some cases, embedded system are part of larger system or product, as it is in anti-lock braking system in a car. Okay, like when we travel through car, we see there is an anti-lock braking system. Okay, like the thieves and robbers, they cannot break the lock. Okay, because it is protected with anti-lock braking system. Okay, so these things are a form of embedded system. Embedded product uses a MUPI or MUSI to do one and only one task. Okay, there is one microprocessor and one microcontroller which is dedicated to perform only one task. Okay, like we will see some examples. Like consider example of a printer. Okay, digital printer. It has a processor and it has performs only one task, that is printing. Okay, getting data and giving the data in hard copy. Okay, now we will see comparison of embedded system and GPU. Okay, GPU means general purpose computing, like in the normal PCs we use. That is nothing but GPU. Okay, so few applications are known at design time and a broad class of application at GPU. Okay, then embedded system, it cannot be modified by the user. Okay, one of the drawback, GPU can be modified by the end user. Okay, then fixed runtime requirements. Okay, see, the runtime is fixed. Like we see one printer, so it requires the power only for means acquiring the data and just printing the data. Okay, no more time, no more power is required. Okay, now what are the things which is in embedded system? Okay, like we choose embedded system based on cost, power consumption and predictability. Okay, we choose GPU because of its reasonable cost and average speed. Now, what is significance? What is importance of embedded system? Due to compact size, low cost, and simple design, embedded system is becoming more popular and encroached to human life. Okay, see, compact size means as we see nanotechnology is growing more and more. Okay, also, so size should be minimum according to the user experience. Then cost should be also minimum and design should be simple. Okay, no complex design is preferred by users. Now we will go through some history of embedded systems. In earlier it was computers was dedicated to a single purpose task, like it was simply for data entry or data storage purpose. Okay, nowadays computers have numerous applications. Okay, so one of the firstly recognized embedded system was Apollo Guidance Center. Okay, it was developed at MIT Instrumentation Library Lab. So students, the first microprocessor was developed by Intel. Its name was Intel 4004. Okay, it was used for calculator purpose. Now let's see some advantages of embedded system. Okay, as we discussed, low cost, small size, and simple design, high reliability. Okay, some embedded systems can also work standalone. Okay, they do not require human intervention. Then they are fast to operate, easy to manufacture, fewer interconnections. Okay, so these are good advantages of embedded system, and they are becoming indispensable part of our life nowadays. Now we will see some applications of embedded system. So applications can be like in medical industry. Okay, like in hospitals and clinics, embedded system is used in form of pacemaker. Okay, like in pacemaker for oxygen supply, and also for some heart patients, this pacemaker is of quite importance. Then patient monitoring system like ECG, the heart rate. Okay, then also the SpO2 level is also monitored using the oximeter. It is also an embedded system. Injection system, intensive care units, etc., they have a multiple number of embedded systems. Okay, then office equipments could be like a digital printer, copier, fax. Okay, like photocopier, in the Xerox machine we call in common language. It is also an embedded system. It performs only one task, just copying the data and printing it back. Okay, then tools, multimeter, oscilloscope, like all the tools that we use in our electronics labs. Okay, these all are forms of embedded systems. Then banking, ATMs, statement printers and all, it is also embedded system. Transportation, planes, trains, see there are some smart boats, smart vehicles also. So all these are form of embedded systems. E-vehicle is coming in the market now. It is also embedded system. So few more examples could be like automobiles, in which has engine management, cruise control, car alarm, okay, airbag for any accident prevention purpose. Okay, then building system, it has elevator, heater, air conditioning, lighting, key card entries and all, etc. Okay, agriculture, it has a feeding system, milking system, etc. Okay, then space, there is multiple satellite systems. Okay, so these are some household applications. Like in every home there is a television and DVD players present. Okay, it is also a form of some embedded system. So now we will see classification of embedded system. Okay, the classification of embedded system can be on basis of the level. Okay, like small scale embedded system, large scale, medium scale embedded system, sophisticated embedded system, and all. Okay, basis on the application, like how large application is done by it. Okay, on basis of that, it is classified. So now let's see small scale embedded system. So it is a single 8-bit or 16-bit microcontroller. Okay, like it is PIC 16C84. Okay, it is my MUSI. Then little hardware and software complexity. Okay, these are features of small scale embedded system. See, in the manufacturing code, like here it is PIC 16C84. It is C mentioned in the name. Okay, so always remember that it is a small scale embedded system. So examples could be like editor, assembler, and cross assembler. Okay. Then medium scale embedded systems. So this here having few more pins or bits. So 16 or 32 bits is called medium scale embedded system. They are digital signal processor or RISC. Okay, see, you will study this CISC and RISC. Okay, RISC stands for reduced instruction set computers. Okay, so now this type of embedded system can be programmed using different integrated development environment. Okay, like Arduino and Arduino Uno, Arduino Omega. So this kit comes under this embedded system. Okay, then RTOS, that is real time operating system, source code engineering tool. So these are used to modify the programming. Sophisticated embedded system. So it has enormous hardware and software complexity. See, complexness is more in sophisticated embedded system. Okay. So for this, programming is not available at regional cost. Okay. Then a compiler or retargetable compiler must be developed for this. Okay. So students, this was all for today. Okay. If any doubt, you can comment in the chat box. So students, let's have a quick recap of all that we have learned. So we have studied different concepts of embedded system, applications of embedded system, okay, then different types of embedded system, small scale, sophisticated, medium scale, level embedded system, and also some household applications of embedded system and all. You may be having multiple embedded system looking around you, like your smartphone in which you are watching this lecture. Okay, then, or your laptop, it is also an embedded system. So we are totally surrounded with all the embedded system in today's world. Okay, so students, if you have any doubt, you can comment in the chat box. Thank you.